there's a lot of people in America who are just sick of Tom Brady, and they've had enough. Not that he's not a good player, obviously, but that, he sucks all the air out of the NFL room. And I think that those people were thrilled that he was retired, or that he had retired. And, those people who think that way, if anybody can think any way they want, are naturally going to be unhappy at a time like this. My feeling, it's just kind of my gut feeling about this.
Yeah.
Is that, Tom Brady, this is not a complicated story. It's not a particularly complex story in terms of what exactly it means. Tom Brady basically thought, okay, I've had enough. My family needs me. I've put them second for long enough. And, so I'm going to retire. And then, Brad, quite honestly, I think his family told them, his kids and Gisele Bündchen said, hey, do what you want to do. We're going to be fine. We'll deal with whatever the outcome is. And I really think that's about it.
Peter King, Football Morning in America. I want to shift from Brady to what's going on here in Arizona. I've wanted to have you on the last few weeks, knowing how busy you were with the combine. I just left you alone, and I wanted the Kyler Murray story to just kind of lay there for a minute. Peter, what is your big takeaway of what's going on out here between the Cardinals and Kyler Murray? Is this nothing more than what we typically see between a quarterback's agent and an organization, and eventually they'll all sing Kumbaya and lock arms, or is there more to this from your view?
I think it's worrisome. And the reason I think it's worrisome is that the agent, Eric Burkhart, and Kyler Murray felt it necessary. The relationship with that team, that they felt it necessary to go out and shout from the rooftops that Kyle Murray needs a new contract. And I am sure that everybody in the Valley has very strong opinions about whether he should get one or whether he shouldn't. And I bet if I took a poll, it would be 60-40 against.
I'd say 80-20. I'd say 80-20.
Or 80-20.
Yeah.
I guess my point would be this, that the Arizona Cardinals, despite the way last season finished, drafted Kyler Murray to be contenders again, and were a 3-win team when Kyler Murray was drafted onto the team. And he's not been consistently great. One thing he has been is consistently exciting. And the Cardinals won 11 games last year. And I just think that unless, and this might be the case, but unless you're seriously thinking as an organization that you really might not want Kyler Murray to be your long-term guy, I probably would try to make some adjustment to the contract this year so that Kyler Murray, who gets beat up an awful lot and is a small guy, is not playing for $5.5 million this year. And a lot of people would say, hey, live by the contract, and I get it. And I am mostly a live by the contract guy. But I think in this particular case, you can't ignore the fact that there will be people who will be making 7, 8, 9 times what Kyler Murray is making this year. And I bet deep down inside, if you ask the average Arizona Cardinals fan, pick a guy making an inordinately large amount of money. Let's take 2 of them, Matt Ryan and Kirk Cousins. On opening day this year, who would you rather have your quarterback this team, even though you might be ticked off at Kyler Murray? Both those guys are going to be making 8 times what Kyler Murray is making this year or more. And I just think at some point you have to say, put yourself in Kyler Murray's shoes. You don't have a great offensive line. You're going to get really beat up. And I think I'd try to do something about this year's contract at the absolute minimum. Yeah. But, that's just my thought from afar. And look, at the end of the playoff game, I said, oh, my God, Kyler Murray has regressed. So I get everybody's emotion and I get what everybody is thinking, but that's what I think.